Maybe you should have looked into it more.
What do you mean looked into it more?
The legalities.
I don't want to look into legalities because I know them bad.
Every single time England play in a national competition, apparently, but in the summer of 2018 it really felt like it was. Thousands of people out in the street, the most perfect weather on record. There was a feeling that it actually might come home this time. So with a once in a lifetime experience on the table, we couldn't resist the temptation, but there were a few red flags. The Russian World Cup in 2018 had a lot of negative press.
Why watch the football, say some Russian fans, when the action is in the stands?
England fans fear they will be the target of Russian hooligans, as was the case at the Euro Championships in France in 2016.
A coordinated attack by hooligans from Moscow put close to 30 England supporters in the hospital.
That was issue number one. Issue number two was also quite worrying. Every visitor would need a fan ID visa, which was given to you with a game ticket, and we had no tickets. That was until we developed a genius plan, looking at people's photos on Instagram with their tickets, using their ticket number and getting our very own fan ID on arrival. What could go wrong? So with literally no idea on whether this would actually work or not, I gave Jay a ring to see whether he was keen as me.
Don't like this, man.
And what's the worst that can happen?
I get arrested and go to Russia and they make it like a diplomatic thing and they're like, we're not releasing those 3 lads until the UK government ease off onto sanctions and we're going like pawns in the diplomatic war against Russia in the West. You know, I'm bare scared, man. Oh, man.
Come on, my friend. Come to Russia.
You definitely doing it there?
Yes, my friend. Now, the plan was to go to Kaliningrad, which is a landlocked piece of land owned by Russia, which borders Poland, Lithuania, and the sea. But because of the landlocked situation and thousands of football fans from across the world trying to get there, it was proving pretty difficult and expensive to fly direct. A boat would be way too dangerous, a train would take too long, but flying to Poland before and hiring a car to drive us 4 hours across the border would be just right. Approximately 2 days later and we're in Poland, and after England beat Panama 6-1 and Jay and Scouse George nearly got arrested, the trip was off to an up and down start, but it seemed as if even the Polish people believed it was coming home. Either way, the time had now come to drive to Russia, or so we thought. We're heading to Kaliningrad today, so I gotta go pick up a hire car and then we're gonna drive down, so... Icy cheese, yeah.
Icy jet.
Icy cheese.
It went on my leg.
You so proudly.
It went on my leg. So how we get to Russia?
The good news is that if you just start walking right now, maybe you'll reach the point.
No, we're actually not getting there. Right. I'm looking, there's nothing.
Nah, come on, man, there is.
I wonder how much an Uber would be all the way there.
Seriously, I might have to put this off, you know.
Should have been power They wouldn't speak very good English, I don't think, either in Canada.
Google Zach's name, Nick's as well.
Checks our fan IDs.
This wasn't ideal. We had no idea you're not allowed to drive a hire car into Russia, and now we were stuck. So with nowhere else to go, we stayed in the hotel lobby with one mission: figure out how the hell we were going to get into Russia and make it to the England game. Current update, we've been looking for potential travel options for the past 2.5 hours. And Uber can't take us because they don't have the visa necessary. We've got one bus which goes to a Polish city near there, but then nothing goes into Kaliningrad. It's all booked, like everything for the next 4 days, which means we'll miss the game, so...
Trying to understand Russian.
Yeah, this is available. Right, okay, so we've got a bus going tonight to a place called Gdansk, and then we've got no way into Russia. But we're messaging a few English mini-buses, and they might let us in.
How is it coming up with better options on his, but not mine?
BlaBlaCar may be sorted.
Why did this take me 2 minutes, by the way, guys? So that's 8 hours shy of a 24-hour journey.
At least we get to Kaliningrad for 2. So what? So we could go back to the room, have a 5-hour relaxer, and then go back home.
We won't make it to the fan ID part then,
Have a 2-hour relaxer.
2-hour relaxer. The coach I can do. The blah blah out with the Russian I can do. What I don't think I can do is 4.5 hours. No, yeah, I've got a jumper and a fucking jacket. Do you even have a jacket? We're gonna be in a train station here, just cuddling up.
We'll sleep on the coach tonight, go to a cafe, do some work.
It might be a McDonald's. This is a nightmare. Yep, this was a nightmare. But we've proven time and time again, if you kept plugging away, there's a good chance things work out in your favour. So with team morale hitting rock bottom, it was like God himself sent us a sign that the World Cup was coming home as South Korea knocked out our huge rivals Germany.
Where's the goal? What's this ring one? There's a goal.
It's definitely a goal.
Goal? Germany are out.
No way.
What a goal. What an assist. This is like a World Cup. It's in a bit now.
Oh my god, that is a joke.
Look at the tears go down her face.
That boosting motivation didn't last long though, as Scouse George was having issues with his card.
Zach, don't honestly off. I'm not messing about off. Debit card not working.
To add to his woes, both myself and Jamie had booked seats on the only bus leaving Warsaw, and while he was on the phone to his bank, somebody else had secured the last vacant seat.
He raced to it as well. Get out the stones.
You know what?
You know.
Okay, I gotta hold my hands up here. See, I was actually the cause for the lack of seats, as I'd managed to accidentally book 3 of them.
You booked 3?
Yes, I booked 3 accidentally. So, with that crisis averted, we were halfway there. We just needed someone to take us from Gdansk over the Russian border, but everyone was trying to scam us by hiking up their prices. Jamie tried his best to negotiate the price.
I know where you live, I know where you work out. If you don't do that, wonder why I cancelled.
So, with no lift, we were struggling hard when in the final hours we learnt of a Russian man who was taking English fans across the border into Kaliningrad. 8 hours into a last-ditch effort, and all our hopes and dreams relied on a man called Igor we'd never met, and we hadn't even tested the dodgy visas yet.
Hello, we want to leave at 4 AM and we also want McDonald's breakfast. And delivered on a gold platter.
8 hours later. Sanderson, give us away!
Get me a beer then.
Sat in the boxing ring. We deserve this. 8.5 hours being in that hotel, nothing sorted yet apart from one train out of 10 tonight. We got the football on, we're sat in the boxing ring. We're reliant on Eugene. You said this morning.
He sent like I think like congratulations, your taxi is booked. Look at my horrible face.
Yes! Yeah. Look at my horrible face. Yeah! So that was it. We managed to scrape together a 12-hour journey across the border into Russian land against all odds. But the journey was only just starting. The journey starts here. The 12 or 11-hour journey. We're gonna just about to hop on the bus. Takes us to Gdansk, and then we get picked up at 4:30 in the morning by Eugene. So the travel starts here. Here we go.
It's only 4 hours.
Did you say 4?
Yeah, he said 4. How is it?
Let's have it! We made it onto a bus and we're very happy, even though we haven't even left Kaliningrad. We haven't even left Warsaw yet. I don't even know where we are anymore.
We need to bounce.
Jamie, I think there's Jamie, that's girls.
We get murdered.
Shit, look at that Russian number plate. Yeah. Russia. Spring. This is the first car I've been in with a Russian number plate.
Okay, this is where things start to get more serious. As we drove closer and closer to the Russian border, we were getting more and more worried about our dodgy fan ID situation and whether we'd actually get through the Russian border or not. Now obviously I didn't film this section because I'm not completely an idiot, but as we approached, there was literally like 8 levels of barbed wire on the floor over these massive fences. This is 5 AM, the sun's out, we were the only ones passing the Russian border at that time, so we were definitely going to get stopped. We were running on 0 sleep and all of us were just not a clue wiser on whether our pieces of paper that were saying we were picking up our fan IDs was actually going to work or not. There was basically a mirrored piece of glass where you had to walk up, hand in your pieces of paper which said you were getting a fan ID on arrival. So with no idea whether they were going to ask us for our game tickets, whether they were going to ask for actual proper proof, we wait for about 40 seconds, just stood there in no man's land, literally between Poland and Russia. And that's when we get our passports back through with a piece of paper. Our little plan probably wasn't as dodgy as we thought it was, and we had made it across the Russian border, all thanks to Igor.
Thank you, Igor.
The motherland. Half 6 in the morning, man.
What happens to a 24-hour non-stop party?
Go. Okay. Okay.
Right, so we just arrived in Russia and we're taking a refuge in a McDonald's. We couldn't find the Airbnb, Igor couldn't find it, and none of us have really slept. What are you getting, George?
Igor says, okay.
England win the World Cup?
Okay.
Yeah, 2-0.
Okay. Look at the bags on them eyes. We're struggling hard right now. It is hot. It's only just turned 9, but we've been up since like 4:30. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go sleep there now. That woman literally just took a photo of us.
Who's this?
Some woman.
Really? Oh mate, I feel so fucking rough.
We've now become part of the local tourism board. Prison.
Yeah, I've known for Zach and it's not looking great. There's only one bed. Shit.
There's only one bed. Oh, that's not good advertising. This looks nice.
Right, no talking shit, we're getting straight to fucking bed.
Now it was time to try and get a few hours sleep before getting back up and trying to get into the game without a ticket.